Oh my gosh, this is so weird. Pretty sure this is the first ever time I've done a top-down video. And yeah, so here we are. As you can tell, I don't actually have a setup for top-down videos. As you can tell, you can see the tripod legs are in the shot. And I can only apologize. I could not get my phone to work in a way that would keep the legs out and everything in. And you can see the top-down view of my coffee, and yeah, this is kind of weird. I've wanted to do this for a long time, doing top-down stuff like zine with me's and things like that. I just, woo! This isn't a zine with me, as you probably guessed by the title. Cheers. Today we have a mocha. Very, not special mocha. I put that aside. I put that right there because Planning Life with Erin, I like her her intro. She puts down a coaster and puts down her coffee. Anyway, so that actually leads me to, there will be a lot of links in the bits and bobs, so definitely check that out. A few notes. Again, this is my first top-down video that I can remember. I may have done one before, but not for a long time. Sorry about the tripod legs. I do want to get a setup for more top-down stuff because I'd love to do like maybe some binding tutorials, zine with me, as I mentioned, and all of that stuff. So that would be a lot of fun. So yeah. Welcome to first. And another thing is that I have been dealing with a flare-up. Thank goodness I am coming through. This seems to be the tail end of it, but part of my flare-up is my hands get very stiff, painful, and swollen up. So if they seem like puffy or anything, that's because my hands like swell right up with the whole autoimmune disease. It's one of the super fun symptoms of that. Anyway, so yeah, just put all that out there and mess with my sleeve because it doesn't want to sit right. Anyway, this is so weird. I'm used to like I'm facing that way, but there's nothing to look at. I mean, there is something to look at. Zine Cat Asimov is actually in his window box, sitting, having a nap. So maybe you'll see him. Maybe he'll come out during this. So what am I even doing today? Planners and journals and planner lineups and planner setups and all that sort of thing for 2024. Watching planner videos is I'm not even a little bit guilty pleasure for me. I bullet journals, happy planners, Moxie Life, Dakshina, who uses Astrology. I definitely like Astrology too. Hobonichi setups. There are so many planners out there, and yeah, I love watching the videos. I love what people track and incorporate and journal and all of this stuff. So again, lots of stuff down in the description, but I will at the top or down in the bits and bobs. But at the very top of the bits and bobs, I will give a shout out to Wesley of 22 Zines, because like I love all these videos, especially this time of year when people are really excited about setting goals and making and setting up their planners and new planners and changing their systems and oh my goodness, like love it. Wesley, but I didn't think about it. I didn't think that I could make one of those videos, but I saw that Wesley of 22 Zines made one about what they're doing this year, and I just thought, oh my goodness, what? I'm on YouTube. I love planners. I can do this too. So big shout out and big thank you to Wesley of 22 Zines for the inspiration and for your video, which I found amazing. Lots of good ideas and all that stuff. I do have a few journals to share with you today. So instead of you sitting there listening to me while I wave my hands around on screen, how about we get right to it? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so like, it's still so weird to just like, hi. Anyway, calm me down. and out. Breathing. All right. All right. So I do have a few books. They're not all daily books and all of that stuff like that. And it's not, I do feel a little bit awkward because I don't want people to feel any sort of FOMO, or I don't want people to feel like they, like I get into it too. Like I see planners and I see certain things and I see certain pretties and I go, wow, that would be amazing. But especially in this past year, I've learned that it's, your planner can be a hobby. Your journals can be a hobby, but you actually have to do the things. And so, like, while things may look pretty, if you're not actually getting the things done, then something needs to be looked at. So this is just what's working for me and what's working for me right now as someone who deals with various mental health conditions and illness, and as well as chronic illness, autoimmune disease, all of that fun stuff, as well as being on the YouTube and all that stuff. So that's me. Just a little brief introduction. I probably should have introduced myself. I'm just, like, in case this is your first video. So hi, I'm Silver Nyx. I'm a zine enthusiast hanging out in rural Australia today, showing you the planners and journals and goodness that I will be using as we enter 2024. My goodness. So yes, I'm just so excited. This is just so different for me. And so, yeah, I hope you're excited too. I hope you like these videos. If you don't, I completely understand. This is kind of a little bit off zine topic, but I want to be able, well, I am able to do that, but I want to do more of that in the year to come too. Maybe some more vlogs. You can see the zine dogs, maybe some walking videos. I don't know. A lot of things up in the air. Of course, requests are always welcome. I might not do them, for various reasons, but requests are always welcome. And another thing about the lighting, I can only apologize because I don't have proper lighting either. It's basically an overcast day, and if I sound a little bit snuffly, we've had a lot of wind and things, and my allergies are just like that. All right, so how long have I been talking at this point? Anyway, hi. I hope you've had a good holiday season. Whether or not you're celebrating, no matter what you're going through, I hope you're taking extra good care of yourself. So let us get into the planner stuff. Planners, journals, and stickers. There'll be a lot of stickers. Okay. And first up, we have this baby. Now, I'm going to try to make sure everything is in frame. So had to stand up and make sure. It's going to be a little bit awkward just because this one's an A4 planner that I made myself. I go through a lot of phases and like to try out a lot of things. Creating planners is actually a hobby of mine. I started on InDesign, and yeah, just away I went with a lot of stuff. So it's a little bit awkward because of the tripod legs and everything, but we'll see how we go. So this is my Sea Green Zines book. Now, I don't have like heaps and heaps to keep track of, but I do have stuff that I want to keep track of, especially as I am looking to like get ahead with certain things and do more like bulk batch, that's it, not bulk, batch filming and things like that. So I just, I have my own binding machine. So I have my own coils and I have my own covers, and then I just cut down scrapbook paper. So I have, this is going to be a little bit, so I have like a statistics tracker, you know, start of the month, up or down, that sort of thing. Basically, what I do is I find a lot of, like, Etsy is really good for like clip art and all like backgrounds and paint splatters and all sorts of things. They're really super affordable, and then I just put them on as backgrounds, and it just gives a little bit more pop. So there's that. So that's the first section. It just has some paper after that, some grid paper after that. I'm a grid paper fan. And then I have, I actually ordered these in the wrong order. This is supposed to be the cover. As I said, have mentioned plenty of times before, I love all the stickers. I keep all the stickers. I love them so much. So yes, if you send me stickers and there's extra copies and everything, there'll be a copy that goes right on here. I love it so much. So this first section is basically, I like to have monthly view calendars. Oops. And this isn't going to work very well. So I like to have monthly view calendars. So I'll just show you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I made it's a 1 month to 2 pages view. It's just so I can see, like, especially if people have like calls for submissions, which is the pink, and I do on Saturdays and Sundays, I can go, okay, your deadline is in July, so I can post like every other fortnight, once a fortnight until your deadline, that sort of thing. It's very, very, very helpful in keeping track of all the calls for submissions and that sort of thing. And again, this is like, I made this calendar and everything in InDesign, and this is clip art from Etsy. So I've got like moons, and I think these are all, pretty sure these are all moons. Yeah. And I just went through and I did a highlight of blue. Blue is Happy Mail Mondays. Green is for Thursdays and Fridays reviews. Saturdays and Sundays are calls for submissions. It's just a good visual way. I respond really well to colors to capture my attention and everything like that. That may or may not have something to do with a certain, as of yet undiagnosed condition, but we won't get into that. So the next section is another table I've made, just video tracking. Again, I'd like to get into some batch recording, both with recording voice for Nyx Reads, but as well as just other things. Like I want to expand the YouTube channel, but I don't want to do so in a way that prevents me from catching up on reviews and all that sort of thing. So yeah, just a few of those. And again, this rainbow, sorry about that, rainbow background is, again, it was just a pack of pastel paints, swipes, whatever I found on Etsy. Oh my goodness. And the last section is just more grid paper. This part I won't show you because this has like video ideas and zines I want to make and that sort of thing. So, so yeah, it's pretty simple. I do have this stock sheet stuck in the back. I, in a recent Happy Mail Monday, was talking about categorizing zines and how much I love that. And I can see like how many zines people have made and stuff like that, especially Echo zines, gave me the initial idea. So I've gone back and done all that. I haven't made Dear Anonymous 9 and 10, which is why they do not have numbers. But yeah, I can go and I can see what I've made. So 46, goodness me. So yeah, that's just stock, and I just keep it tucked in the back. I just want, like, do I have it on Etsy as digital? Do I have it on Etsy as print? Do I have it on Ko-fi digitally? Do I have it on Ko-fi print? This as far as shop stuff goes. And the stock and the weight, obviously stock numbers I have to fill in so I can make sure I have stock, but the weight will affect the shipping price. So there's that. I do really, really, really want to get a distro back up and going on my website, but right now I do hosting through WordPress just because I got so sick of the problems of self-hosting. So I did that, but to get a plan on WordPress that includes WooCommerce costs way too much. It just costs a lot, and I don't sell enough to justify a Shopify site just yet. So I'm looking at things. If you have any suggestions, of course, please feel free. All that good stuff. So that is my Sea Green Zine stuff. That'll last me the whole year, basically. It's, you know, just one of those things I whip together just because. And again, I cut down scrapbook paper. Easy peasy. That sort of thing. Whoops. Next up. Now, this one's a newer edition. This is a gorgeous sticker from Sarah May Arts. Now you're going to see a lot of stickers. If there's anything in particular that I haven't mentioned specifically, but you want to know where it's from, please let me know. I'll try to include a lot of stuff in the bits and bobs, but I won't be able to include everything just because there's going to be a lot. Now I have been looking into a lot of different, as I said, I watch a lot of planner videos and things like that, and I've been looking into a lot of different systems, and I saw this a few times where somebody mentions that your brain isn't meant to like store information, it's meant to process it. And I'm like, I haven't dug into like the psychology or anything side of that, but they do recommend like you have a planner to organize all your appointments and your tasks and things like that, but you should have like a notebook or an app or something like that. And I'm very much a pen and paper kind of gal, but you should for a lot of people, it's a good idea to have a notebook where you just put lots of stuff, like anything that enters your mind. Now, I've always had sticky notes all over the place, scraps of paper tucked here, there, and everywhere, and I just thought it could, that sort of thing could be contributing to overwhelm, because I'm always finding like ideas, and I'm like, oh, I wrote this like 3 months ago, but it was tucked in my wallet, or I wrote this 6 months ago and it was tucked in this random notebook and everything like that. So I decided to get one notebook and just give myself permission to write everything, like all the messiness, all the messy notes, every little thing that enters my mind will go into this notebook, which is part of the reason why this Master Sword sticker is on here, because this is kind of the one notebook to capture it all sort of thing, and I can organize it and stuff later. So this is just a Leuchtturm. I've put a little washi there. I like Leuchtturm. I mean, a lot of people don't like the cream of the paper. They don't like how thin it is, but I don't mind that whatsoever. Done a couple pen tests in the back. That's something too, like when you have a blank notebook and you're kind of intimidated by like writing in it for the first time, I always flip to the back and do my pen tests. Because it's like, I've written in the book, but it's not like at the start of the book. It's just one of those things. I don't know. Maybe that's weird. But yeah, how gorgeous is that fountain pen ink? Diamine Jack Frost. Oh, I love it so much. Anyway, so I have the index here. I've covered some stuff up because some stuff I don't want to share. But I started with a note to myself, just kind of to remind myself that this is a capture for everything. That's a gift idea, so that's why I'm not showing that. Life Compass. Moxie Life has a free Life Compass printable. I'll put that in the bits and bobs as well. It's interesting because, you know, just to think about the different areas of your life and stuff. So I wrote the one I did on December 19th, and I'm thinking of either doing it like quarterly or half yearly or something, just to I want to make some improvements in my life, and it's nice to have I like statistics, so it's nice to have a measurement of these kind of things. I also have, this is usually something that would usually go on scraps of paper everywhere. I've been playing a game called The Survivalists, and I just write down what I'm doing next, because there are so many times I've gone back into the game and gone, what was I even working on? So there's that. There's YouTube notes, setting goals with intention, Neil Gaiman's 10 Rules for Success. This is an article, you can see the title here, about living with chronic illness. I actually have that class. I have this the lavender crossed out, because number 8 is a lavender spa mister works like magic. I do not like lavender. I do not like the smell of it. Blech. So I need to find something that I like. But anyway, so I have that in there. Sometimes I'll use washi, sometimes I won't. It's just one of those things. Brainstorming, more notes on YouTube videos, and yeah, a scribble. So yeah, this is just a catch-all. Like, I catch everything, every idea, every story idea, every zine idea, I need to make a list of ideas for that gift, or this person's birthday, or, you know, all of the stuff. And it's a bit different. I still find myself reaching for the sticky notes or the scraps of paper or that sort of thing, but I am getting used to reaching for this and putting everything in here. So it's been working out pretty well so far. I like it, and I'll definitely obviously be carrying it into 2024. After that, we have this baby. Now, I will say at this point, if you're not already, I mean, if you're on Facebook, I don't know where else they would be. I'm on Facebook, so that's where I find them. But local area D-stashes. I quote unquote shop the D-stash groups for I'm in a Hobonichi group, I'm in a craft supplies group, I'm in a planner and planner supplies group. Like, sometimes they're not always deals, but sometimes you can get incredible deals. So it's kind of a bit of a dicey thing because you might not know what planners you end up with it for the next year. But yeah, I will definitely recommend that because I do get a lot of the stuff that I have through D-stash groups. So this cover is, gosh, a few years old by now, as you can probably tell by coffee stains. But yeah, I've had this for a few years. This came from Abigail Crafts, and it's a really sturdy Hobonichi A5 cover. Now this is probably going to be a bit hard to get everything in, but I will. Oh, I'm down a little. Sorry about that. Oh, that's not going to want to fit though in frame. Well, I am down a little, so sorry. But we'll try it this way. I do, if you have recommendations for how to, like, a setup that's facing down, that would be amazing. That I can use with my phone, because I don't have a camera. But anyway, as you can see, this planner belongs to, I've got a couple of these printed out. I don't really do a lot of the decorating of the pockets. I mean, I know a lot of people love doing that, but it's just not quite for me. I have this that was made by Crash Reynolds. Take some deep breaths. Remember, this moment is not permanent. Your emotions are valid. And then these are Erin Condren. I don't even remember where I got those. I think somebody stuck them as an extra in a D-stash. Another one from Crash. I'm the one I should love in this world. So I just stick those in there. Just little happy reminders. Neil Gaiman. It's kind of an affirmation card. I think this came as an extra as well. And then I have this, which I have talked about in a Happy Meal already, I think. A year compass thing. I haven't filled it out. So looking back, reflecting about the past year, and then thinking about the year ahead and that sort of thing. My friend LP recommended that years ago, and I do enjoy doing that. So I'll stick it in here, if it'll go in here. Oh, for a good setup. Oh, goodness me. Alright, so as you may know already by the look of it, this is a Hobonichi cousin. This is a Lauren Phelps cover. It did take some stretching to get it to fit over here. I've had this cover for years, which may have helped the stretching process. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a nice glittery one. I found some adhesive patterned vinyl really cheap at the at Spotlight, which is kind of our craft store here in Australia. And I just stuck her right on there. And I did on the back as well. And this is Coffee Monsters Co. And I did not plan this at all. I saw this at one time and I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. And then I was looking through my stickers for do I want to put something on the front? And I just thought, I can buy myself flowers. It's so perfect. Little things that make me happy. And then we open up and we have lots of stickers in here. Pretty much, I'm just going to check. See, I'm getting lower and lower. So sorry about that. Yeah, lots of different stickers. This is a Coffee Monsters Co. pocket. I've got other stickers in here that I haven't decided what to do with yet. Some freebies, some other things I've ordered. My little free hugs Grim Reaper. inspired by the F word. Well, I didn't make this, but like anyway, sorry, I got distracted. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. I hoarded the stickers for a long time and now I love using them. And then we have the Triforce, another Cerame Arts sticker. And then we have Coffee Monsters Co. If you're on her Facebook group, there are a lot of freebies and things like that, free digital downloads and stuff. Definitely join up if you think these are cute and they're your style. And then 2024 Year at a Glance. This is from Plan with B. And I've just, the dots didn't come with it. The dots are just me. The purple dots are Happy Meal Monday. The green dots are review days. Kind of like, oh, how many reviews to do this year? That sort of thing. And then you have the yearly spread out. I do have to do a blood test every other month. I have to do an eye test once a year, like for all the stuff. I want to track morning and evening moods, which I'll put here. I'm not sure what I want to put here. Not sure yet. So yeah, I mean, you've probably seen a Hobonichi before if you're into planner videos. I haven't decorated the months very much other than putting on some cute holiday stickers. I couldn't resist getting into week 1, so I've already decorated. I'm trying to get myself to actually take a real lunch break, like get up, go to another area or something and do the things. So this is just, I found a bunch of different ways to do your weekly layouts. And I'm just trying one, and I do have a yoga challenge I'll be starting at the beginning. So yeah, and this is just, you know, it's injection night. I don't know if you want to know what medications I'm on. Anyway, you have your dailies, and then you have some blank stuff in the back, some blank grid pages, and so swatches, and more printables from Coffee Monsters Co. like this too. And the Hobonichi comes with a lot of stuff in the back, and I usually use adhesive paper and stick stuff over it. This, I messed up on this, but that's okay. Lunar Phase Calendar. This comes from the Wandering Moon. I will have a link for that definitely in the bits and bobs, because I have a lot of like tarot and moon and stuff from there. Wish list. Not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. And then check it out, because people recommend podcasts, audiobooks, movies, shows, and stuff like that all the time. You can see I've already got a bit of a start to the recommendations. So I have a little thing right here just to keep track of all the recommendations. So I should write book, ebook, that sort of thing, and I'll write the date that I finished it and my rating, and that sort of thing. And I've got, like, I'll probably put something over this page, all that stuff. And then we have more stickers and a pencil board. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. That's my big one. That's my main one where I do most of the things. Keep track of most of the stuff. Oh my goodness me. And then as much as I wanted to stick to, I wanted to stick to one book. And then I thought, no, it was helpful to have the Sea Green Zine stuff in another book. So there was 2. And then and then the capture all the notes and things book, and I'm like, okay, so that's 3. And with all of the tests, the medications, the appointments, and everything like that, not to mention the symptoms tracking and everything like that, this is one that I found so cheap on a D-Stash site, that I have turned into that's just dedicated to health tracking. Now, if any sort of weight discussion is a no-go for you, you might want to, like, I'll get a timestamp so that you can skip to if you want to skip over this. But like losing weight is a, no pun intended, huge part of my journey. Just because my weight is having so many impacts on so many things in my life. So, yeah. That said, this is another Lauren Phelps cover, and again, this planner itself I got so cheap, it was so nice. I have, this is a printable, and there are a few habits I'd like to try to do a do it every day challenge, so we'll see that. And because I see so many different people about so many different, I mean not so many, but I see quite a few different people for different tests and different things, and they always want to know what I'm taking. I've actually printed this cardstock card, and I'll be filling out, you know, medication dosage, frequency, and so when they ask, I can just go here. I've had lists before, and they always appreciate just, oh, that's there, okay. They always appreciate me just having a list. So this one I've just printed off a new one just because I've had some updates and some adjustments to medication, so I'll be filling that out, and I just can keep it nicely tucked in here and take this to all of my appointments. So yeah, this is the Aura Estelle one. Let's see, morning mood, evening mood. So I'll be keeping track of moods in here, mostly because it had such an impact on me. I was keeping track of moods in another book earlier this year, and I had such a rough month, and it didn't seem like it was a month, like a month. Like no, it wasn't. It hasn't been a month. But actually looking back and just seeing the colors and seeing how much dark blue was on there, I was like, oh wow, this really has been rough. It gave me perspective. It gave me a bit more, helped me to be a bit more forgiving and accepting of myself, if that makes sense. But yeah, these are my my moods, that how I do things. I will bring them a bit closer just in case you're curious, but that pretty much covers me. Oopsie, I don't know what just fell. Oh, goodness me. See, I'm not used to filming over here. Definitely not used to filming over here. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be doing that. And I've just got, under there, I've got some personal things, but like flare-ups and things like that. Monthly, note my injection nights, because though it's not just the same thing every week, it's, yeah, anyway, so there's that. Progress pics, all the groups and everything recommend taking progress pictures to help motivate you, so I'll be doing that. And yeah, and the thing about the Aura Estelle, which is different than the Hobonichi, is that you have your month, your week, and your month and your weeks together instead of all the months and then all the weeks. So, so you can see this, and it's kind of cool. You have a blank spread in here, so I was thinking I'd use it for like reflection or something like that. And I've already started setting up the first week and the various things that I'm tracking. Like green dot is for tracking off meds. Water is, you know, drink 2 of my water bottles. These will be like so many days until certain appointments I have, so many days until I turn 38, that sort of thing. Additional motivation. And then, so you have months and weeks all through the rest of the year. And then you have a section of blank pages instead of dailies. And so I've separated that out. And I've just behind here, it's just personal stuff like goals and motivations and why am I doing this and why do I want to do this and all that sort of stuff. I'll be doing some tracking in here. I've got a space for progress pictures and things like that. I definitely don't want to show those. And then I have this this beautiful vellum, which I have laminated. Vixie made for me. Awesome, amazing human being. Love her to bits. And yeah, made this for me. Page markers. So yeah, that's I mean, that's pretty much going to be an everyday. The Hobonichi is going to be an everyday. Oh, goodness me. And last but never least, and I bumped my post-it note, so I'm going to do my best to be in frame. Now this is definitely like not an everyday, this is kind of a catch-all, but a catch-all for tarot stuff. Now I know tarot stuff can be a bit, some people like it, some people don't like it. It's just one of those things. Pretty much like anything in life, but I guess it's a bit more divisive. Personally, I've done tarot and had tarot cards for years. At first it was kind of it was an anxiety tool for me, actually, because I'd get wrapped up in indecisiveness and I'd get really anxious about it and that sort of thing, and it evolved from there. And then my friend Black Wolf got into it and we started discussing things, and yeah, it just evolved from there. And so now I have this, which is an A5 Stalogy. Like this, it's very nice thin paper. And yeah, so this is my tarot journal thing. It's kind of a tarot catch-all, because I'm not journaling as such. So I did just the washi tape on the inside. This is just a note. One of my tarot decks, the artist switched cups for moons and pentacles for stars, and I just was having trouble remembering that because my brain is mushy. Yeah, and then this is the very first sigil I ever made actually. Now, oh my goodness, love it. And I have a lot of art here, and I can only apologize because I don't have all the artist names and everything. I've never planned on showing this or anything like that. It's just one of those things. But I will have the name of the it's Bunny and Star Wolf, I think, but I could be wrong. But I'll have that in the bits and bobs, the name of the art, Bunny and Star Wolf. They came to mean a lot to me in the past couple of years. So yeah, I just have the intro, and I meant to have an index. This is a photograph of mine, actually. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. And that's from Hamlet. I just love that quote. I get a little too wrapped up in what other people think of me, and it's kind of, especially with stuff that I had a very negative experience in a religious setting growing up, and so tarot is definitely one of those things that I would have been attacked about, and so this is kind of, it's calming for me. Humanity definitely doesn't know everything about how the universe works, so why can't I have tarot cards? That sort of thing. Index. So spreads, tarot spreads. I do have a few printouts of spreads that Black Wolf has sent me, but I have a tendency to go, look up, a spread for this subject, and I go, nah. And I have the habit of making my own spreads. Not intentionally. I always go in with the intention of like, I'm gonna do a spread somebody else has already made, but then, yeah, so I have a section where I write down my own spreads because, yeah, I'm often making my own. Let's see, sigils. I'm really drawn to, no pun intended, I'm really drawn to making sigils, and there's so many different ways to make them as well. They don't all look like this. There's so many different ways. Spells and sundry, that sort of like, and this I can actually open up, I think, because on the first page I have like what different candles mean, what they stand for, and using them and stuff like that. And then we have the moon. And isn't this just beautiful? I'm pretty sure it's Star Wolf and Bunny, but I could be wrong. And then I have like these guides from Wandering Moon Co. Again, I love all the guides. They have an Etsy shop, they have a website, they have an Instagram. I'll put it all in the bits and bobs because it's amazing, all the guides they have. Because I'll just skip ahead. They also have Tarot and the Elements reference guide. So it's just amazing, all these different guides. Major Arcana, meaning, upright, revert. Like, it's so, especially for a beginner, there's so much information. It's so good, and it's awesome guides. Highly recommend. But so yeah, I actually need to put the 2024 lunar calendar in there, and yeah, the moon, and then I have months. I was doing like tracking daily draws and stuff like that, and then I was like, no, this isn't feeling like I need to be doing this right now, so I stopped. Let's see. And then I have days. Again, beautiful, beautiful art. And days turned into just like a journal sort of thing. I write down. Sometimes I'll do a specific spread. The spread section is for when like I've made a spread and this is what the cards mean in the position and everything. But I'll do, like, if I do that spread more than once, I'll put it in this section. I have deck interviews as well. I wondered about, I was like, a deck interview? Really? Like, do I really need to do that? I was feeling kind of sus about it, but then I did a deck interview with I did a let's see, picture. I did a deck interview with the Line Strider Tarot, and I was like, oh my, this all makes so much more sense than I realized. Like, I didn't think, I was very skeptical about a deck interview making any sort of sense. So, but I did it with this one, and I was like, oh, okay, so many things make sense now. So yeah. Wow, okay. So that is me. This is probably going to be a very longish video, but if you like journals and things like that, hopefully you have enjoyed all of this stuff. This is how I'm going to try to keep my life together in 2024. But we all know how well/unwell that usually goes for me, but I keep on trying, and that's important. I'll just put that tarot book back in the tarot drawer. Anyway, so there we have it, all of the good stuff. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you once again to Wesley for the inspiration for the gentle push. I mean, it wasn't your intention, but like seeing someone who is in the zine community share something like this, I go, oh, I can do that too. It was just one of those weird things. Like, I watch these videos all the time, but it took a little bit of a nudge for me to realize that, oh yeah, I can do it too. I have a YouTube channel. Anyway, so yes, thank you everyone. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed everything. This is probably going to be my last video of 2023. With that in mind, I am wishing you all the best for the rest of the holiday period. Wishing you all the best for you and for yours in the year to come. It's a new year. May it bring better things. I know that I know that things are really a lot right now, which is putting it in the most minimal way I can possibly put it, but yeah, they are a lot. So embrace the simple joys. You're allowed to use the stickers. You're allowed to make the YouTube videos, even if they're a little off topic to the usual. You're allowed to just do it, even though your tripod legs are in the frame. You're allowed to do the things and enjoy the things and enjoy life and embrace life. You're allowed to, as long as you're not harming yourself or anybody else, you're allowed to do things just for the joy of them. It's okay. And I need to be told that quite a bit, which is why I'm telling you, just in case you need to be told as well. So with that, I will thank you all one more time for joining me today, and just know that you're all in my heart. I'm wishing you all only the best things and sending virtual hugs to everyone who wants them from this little rural town in the land of Oz. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next year. Bye. Just a little addition here. So I have the setup and everything. And this sleepy baby. Yeah. Yeah, this is Zen Cat Asimov. When is he sleeping? Hmm? Yeah, what you sleeping? Silly baby. Yeah.